Yo, what's up, guys? I think like when we're on this self-improvement journey, I think, there's some people like in this field, I guess, they like to talk about this stuff. They kind of take like a, survival of the fittest type of mindset. They're like, oh, somebody wants your place in life and you better work hard and you better be the best and don't be average. Average is always bad. And like they kind of take on that mindset. But I think that's not totally true. You don't have to take on like the survival of the fittest type of mentality. Like life isn't like a competition everywhere. Like, yeah, there are competitions sometimes, but it's not always a competition. Like, you can end up with a lot of good things in life without I guess competing for it, and I feel like that's where a lot of our strength can actually come from. Just the idea that we can just kind of be ourselves and like it can be enough, because it's just like, for example, let's say with a job interview, like sometimes it's going to be a big competition. Sometimes there's nobody else goes for the job and you can get that without like having to compete for it. Or sometimes there's a girl that you like and she likes you just for being you. It's not necessarily that you like out competed other guys. Maybe you were just being yourself. Or sometimes opportunities can come to us not necessarily because you're just like the fittest person, like the smartest, the most physically strongest. Like life has a lot to offer just by being. There's lots that we can learn that is not being withheld from you. You don't have to always do a bunch of things to put yourself in a good position. Like, for example, like if you have a good friend group, if you have a good support group in life, you're going to really get by. Like, it's going to help you a ton. And finding good friends doesn't necessarily mean like you have to be the best, be the smartest to impress them. Like, no, you can find a good group of friends just by kind of be an average person. You can still find a good group of friends and that will help your life significantly. So I don't think that you have to get out of average, being an average person. Like, there's so much that you can have just by just being, I guess, and learning how to live in a peaceful way, in a healthy way. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and I think a lot of like improvement should be like out of joy, and passion. Like, if you want to get better at a sport, like you don't have to get better at it just so you can be better than someone else. That's just kind of relative. Like, if you want to push yourself to get better than them just for fun, like just as a friendly competition, I think that's fine. But you should mostly be focusing on like what feels right. If you want to get better at a sport, do it because you like that sport. If you get better than somebody else, it doesn't necessarily mean you're in like a safer position in life. Like, and not everything is a competition. Like, sometimes you can get things that I guess are just meant for you and nobody's gonna take it. I hope this makes sense. So try hard, but also be chill. So that's where you can get a lot of your confidence, you know what I mean? And power, you can get that from being more relaxed, knowing that you don't necessarily have to fight and try to muscle your way to everything, so when you're around women or as a man or something, you can be more chill. And I think, I guess when it comes to dating, now that we're on this topic, you don't have to be perfect, because if that person's attracted to you, like, their attraction will like fill that gap, you know? Like, if you're not perfect, then their attraction for you and desire to connect with you will cover those imperfections that you have, you know, to a good extent. And also, you know, it's like in the Bible, I guess for me as a Christian, it says like that God opens doors that no man can shut. So like, it's not necessarily like, are you the strongest, you know, survival of the fittest in life. Sometimes, you know, God will open up a door for you, if that's supposed to be your opportunity. But yeah, it's all about balance. So improve where you do, and I guess you got to be chill if you don't. So all right, peace out.